this class, especially with like you said, a 4-month window, the abbreviated window, how important it was to really have a nice class?
Well, I think I am, like I said, I'm excited about these guys. What I'm excited about too is the research that we did on each of these guys, of making sure that it wasn't just a scramble and, hey, we just got hired and here's a name and just take whoever you can take. You know, with all the turnover that was here, you know, not just within the head coach, within the entire organization, with that turnover, you know, there can be issues, there can be problems, and I think in the short term for our coaches, doing a great job of researching and knowing the background of each player and knowing how they fit our program. You know, we're not going to be at 85 next fall, but that's partly by design. That, you know what, now we're going to have a full year of this staff to go recruit, and that we weren't going to go take players that we weren't sure would fit our program just to fill a roster spot. And so I do think our coaches, and it was important, I think we did a great job of identifying guys and getting the right guys that fit our program and will help continue to build a foundation for the future.
And just how difficult is that in a transition year?
You know what? It's always hard because of relationships. You know, one, the relationship to recruit and get the guys to feel comfortable to come play with you, but also with your comfort level with the prospects of knowing exactly what type of young man you're getting within the program, and to make sure that they fit here and they understand what the Gator standard is, and you know, in both on and off the field, in the classroom, in the community. And what we expected them in the weight room and conditioning, all of those things to get the right people to fit the program.
Yes, buddy, please. Buddy.
Hi, Dan. People talk about transition classes.
Yeah.
And everybody says that you have had one of the best. If that's the case, how did you do it? And what does it take when you come in cold like that and hitting the ground, and you did a lot of things right? Can you tell us?
Well, I think there's a couple things. One, we'll find out in about 2 to 3 years whether we did a good job or not with this class. You know, I'm always one, I don't jump up and down too much on the front end because, you know, right now, these guys are all great high school players, okay? But to become a great college player, you have to go work, and you have to develop, and you have to put in the time and the effort to continue to develop yourself. But I do think, I'll be honest with you, this is the University of Florida. There's a standard, there's a tradition, there's expectations here. And I think our staff worked hard, but I'm also blessed being in a place that has an impeccable academic reputation, one of the highest academic standards, and one of the best educations you can get in America. It is a place where I walk into an office that already has 3 Crystal Ball national championships in there. There's not a lot of places that have that many Crystal Balls in there. You go into the main lobby and there's 3 Heisman Trophy winners, 3 Campbell Trophy winners for academic Heismans, if you will. You know, the history, the tradition of the university certainly helped us as a coaching staff be able to put this class together and hopefully help us continue to build to the level and expectations that I know I expect, and I'm sure that everyone in the Gator Nation expects.
All right, so all that I'll sign, give me the contract. But here's the deal. Your challenge, and one reason here is your offense.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. Talk about the nuances of recruiting, like Billy Gonzalez,
Yep.
who has a great track record here, and him working with players like Jacob Copeland. As I recall, Copeland said something about Billy looking at his footwork.
Yeah.
And which is apparently impressed him.
I think it is. I think when you look, you know, one of the great things also is the coaching staff we put together, when they have the ability to go sit down with these prospects, and I said as I said, they did a great job evaluating these guys. When they go sit and meet with them, the experience that we have as a coaching staff, 4 out of our 5 defensive coaches have been coordinators. So they can coach specifics of the position and how you fit into the big scheme. And it's not just the you know, Todd saying it, every coach can speak with that knowledge. And very similar on offense with a lot of coordinator experience of guys being able to come in And I'm really excited about the coaching staff that we have that we're able to put together here. And not just recruiting or going out and just selling kids, but their ability to coach and develop kids. And I think when they go and sit down and meet with them, and you get into the specifics about how I'm going to develop you, okay? And not, hey, we're going to develop you because we have a great weight room. When we get in and say, we're going to develop you, here's things that you do well, here's things you do poorly, here's things we're going to teach you, and here's things we're going to change. Here's how to read coverages, here's the different route combinations you're going to run. And you know what? They can see what they've done, they can see what they're going to do, and you actually can put on film of showing them people that have done it in the past at the highest of levels. And guys, the success that they've had in going on to play in the NFL and beyond college and win championships in college, but then even go on and have the opportunity to go play in the NFL. When the coaches can sit down and not just talk about it or try to just sell it to you, when they can show you the facts of this is how it's going to play out, here's how we see your development going, I do think that that helps with prospects in the home that are looking to become great players, and that's what they're interested in, that work ethic, that development of wanting to become a great player, not just maybe just some of the sales part of the recruiting.
Just a final word on your receiving class, now you've got the 2 transfers
Mhm.
as well. Talk about the transfer situation that you can and your receiving class.
Well, those 2 guys came in here. We have to see. There's, with them, they're working out with the team. And so I want to see their adjustment is going to be maybe a little bit different than the high school guys coming in. Because you have Trey and Van, a little bit older, have been through it before. Within the program, and so we expect them to really kind of pick up as college players. It's not all new with the introductory teaching. So we'll see. I don't have any updates on where they are eligibility-wise for us, but we're excited those guys, they're working their tail off with the rest of the team right now.